Scott.
And this is our podcast, Soul to Soul.
Oh yes, thank you.
You're welcome. You are so welcome. So many things to introduce.
Yes. So, today we are going to talk about choirs.
Choir singing, group singing, singing for well-being, that sort of thing.
Yes. I always look at you as being the choir expert. I was brought up in choirs from really wee. However, you've run quite a few choirs now. Do you want to take it away or do you want me to start?
Sure. If you ask anybody who sings in a choir, they'll probably say it's like one of the highlights of their week. And I've been involved with a lot of choirs where I hear a similar story over and over again of, well, I'm not really a singer and I was told to just mime in the school choir, and but I really love singing, but I'm not a singer. And I take these stories firstly for fuel of that's really terrible and no one should ever be told that, and also as a challenge to prove them wrong. Mainly prove the person who has that belief, give them a chance to form a new belief about themselves, and also send a message via the universe to that person who stopped someone from using their voice to express themselves in a group, which is so powerful, to send that person a message that was a wrong message to send out and we don't do that anymore. Or something along those lines. For me, I've sung in a lot of choirs and I have coached and ran quite a few choirs also. It's a real privileged position to be the person at the front of a choir because you get the first hit of sound and vibration and feeling, and it's really, really beautiful to be there. It's quite nice in a choir when you get the chance to come and stand out the front rather than being in, getting a different perspective and getting washed over with sound is quite magic. Choirs can come in any shape or form, big, small, mixed voices, same voices, unison, harmony, a cappella, accompanied, whatever. For me, there's richness in any of those situations. Something really special about being so important because you're in a smaller group that your sound is so important to that sound. But there's also something equally, differently magical about being part of a huge group where you're part of a vibrational experience. For me, it lights me up to do choirs. I love to start with the simplest of arrangements and build towards showing people that they can be more than they think they can be. And reading music is fine. It can be really useful, and there are certain choirs where that is where you have to start, and that I've been in those choirs. Those are great. You get a different kind of music usually. And the last choir that we ran, the Yes Choir, nobody needed to read music. We learnt by ear, and we learnt in the room and at home. And that's just as skillful as reading music in my mind. There are so many benefits from the community aspect. Like for me, people make friends in choirs that become their lifelong friends. They share these experiences. they get to show off together. They get to be on stage,
seen, heard.
And also quite often it's a lot of fun and experiences that they might not have had if they hadn't been in a group like that.
Sure. And it's one when people, you could still be a soloist in a choir. However, not everybody who is in a choir wants to be a soloist. It doesn't mean that you want to do it the other way around. No. Now, even if it's, why are we saying all this? Because we're advocating for singing together, community building together through vibrations, through song, through stories, and the stories that we tell each other when we're having cuppies and chats and biscuits in between is vital at this time and at any time, but really feels pertinent right now, a time where we're looking to find ways to connect safely with each other and to build community. Seems quite radical and important right now.
Sure, it's a huge it's an act of resistance.
Yeah, it can be an act of resistance for sure. And there are well-being aspects that I think you did some research on choirs and on group singing and dementia quite a long time ago.
Yeah, it was about intergenerational choir singing with people who had dementia and like a young school group. And very powerful and interesting experience, because quite often if you're working with a certain one group of people, you can kind of hit the spot musically with them, and it's easy enough to pick well-known songs that most people will know. But when you've got such a massive gap generationally, my prep for this group was a little nerve-wracking, because there was no way that I was going to pick one song that would, apart from maybe like Happy Birthday or one of these social songs that we know, but I wanted to bring something maybe from each generation to the other one and see if we could, without a lot of practice, these folks weren't sent away with stuff to learn. We learned everything in the room. One song which was contemporary, and one song that was from the 50s, I think it was, and it worked. It's amazing, because music, actually, if you take away your judgments and your standards and this is what I like and this is what I don't like, music is music, and it speaks to people. And once you're in the moment of like, just try it, some people know it, some people don't, and that transfers between. And an amazing thing to watch the energy of wee people with much older people who have different levels of cognitive togetherness with their dementia, to actually see that music can
connect, can't it? And
it can
transcend.
That was the word. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ooh, transcend.
Can transcend generations. It can transcend cognition, ability, health, but all of that bringing. That's what the research that you did discovered, was it brought well-being to all the groups, to all in the group. And there's always going to be somebody somewhere. When I say all, it's just like, wait a minute here, because I've been that person many times. Like, this is really good for everybody, and I'm like, it's it for me. So, but the opportunity for well-being through it changes breath, it changes heart rate, it changes blood pressure, probably, it changes relationship. There's so many things.
Levels of grounding, physical, in yourselfness.
Yeah.
There's probably a better
sense
way to
of
say
belonging to
that.
group and identity as well. So finding the right group to sing with is part of the process of is an important part of the process.
Yeah,
for sure. If you're in the wrong one, it can feel quite jarring. I think that was what I was doing that for. It can feel quite jarring if you're in the wrong group that doesn't really fit for you. However, if you can find one that fits for you, and that last choir that you did, the Yes Choir, completely aligned with me in a way that I've never felt quite like that in a choir before, and in a harmony setting, in a group setting before, and it was completely magical. So I think there is something about coming together and vibrating with each other like that and harmonizing like that. The experience can be magical, yeah, and good for your well-being.
Yeah, really. I mean, breathing in, singing out, it's going to calm your system. That's not just us. Yeah, it's not just us that says that. There is various research out there talking about how extending your exhale makes contact with your vagus nerve, that calms your nervous system. Hooray! Yay! So simple. But then you've got being seen and heard, healing for processes in our system, be it trauma or just missing out on some level of either one of those or both.
Or development,
developmental stuff. So you've got that as well.
Being seen and heard psychologically is totally a basic need.
And life-changing.
Yeah.
Then you've got community, which is part of the sort of like, I don't know if it is actually part of the Maslow hierarchy of needs, but it should be. It's
part of the Ali Bell.
And it's not to say you need to subscribe to every community. It's about finding a community that you feel heard, held, seen in.
Tell you what it's part of is the wellbeing principle.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Course.
That's an amazing course that Denise did during the start of the pandemic. It's an online course. If you're interested in knowing more, you will hear more about it. And it will be launching again soon.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, but there is in there. It's like community's vital. Being independent, vital. Being isolated.
Even the most stoic person, I'm talking about myself, can benefit from community. Can absolutely not benefit from a community that makes them feel left out, like they're the black sheep, like they don't belong, like they're weird, they're the scapegoat. That's not a community that's going to work for me. I'd rather be stoic. But there is a sense of belonging when met by people who see you
and
as you are.
Yes.
Which is powerful, which can be powerful. I don't want to say it as absolute concrete, but I can't help myself. I'm telling you my story. That has been helpful for me.
What surprised me was, again, harping back to the pandemic, a lot of the group singing that I did at the time, I sang and people heard me. I could not hear them because of the technology where it was at the time. Oh, how people will laugh. In years to come.
It's still like that, to be honest. We haven't got there yet.
But when we did eventually meet face to face, the timing, the breathing, the emotions, they've been singing on their own in their houses to me, and they were getting the experience of voices together. I wasn't. But when we put it all together, the energy was electric. I will never forget it, because we had been practicing as one, even though we weren't able to meet as one. How precious.
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Very nice indeed. So there's loads of, there are a few studies of research out there.
Yes.
What do you want to say?
I want to say it's not all about the well-being. Sometimes it's about ritual. Events, happy birthday even, are how we use our voice and come together at these ritualistic times is
singing as part
is singing as part of the rituals and the stuff that we do.
Weddings, funerals.
Yes, exactly.
Parties.
Parties. And in the olden days, you were talking about intergenerational. Yes, we sung intergenerationally. The weakest of us sung and the oldest of us sung, and we all sang together, but we all had a solo too. But that singing in the groups and with each other was absolutely embedded in a way that maybe isn't so embedded now. We may have to go further afield. But yes, if the beginning of Parliament, things like that, some of the choirs you have been in and performed in,
opening ceremonies,
yes, there is, and that group aspect.
Yeah, because music brings life to an experience.
It's very natural, isn't it, to do it? Very natural for quite a lot of people.
Yeah, it's not concrete. Some people, I'm going to guess you're probably not listening to our podcast if you don't have any feels for music. But if you are, hi, speak to us, because we like to hear other perspectives for definite.
I'm sorry I interrupted because you were going on to talk about research. Yeah.
So if you have a Google about, you'll be able to see that people have done research on groups of singers, watching their heart rate variability levels, and seeing that after a certain period of time of singing together, that these would tend to synchronize.
Wow, that's incredible.
So there is research out there. Just put heart rate variability and group singing.
Literally change your vibe.
Yeah.
Literally change your vibe.
Heart rate variability is also a way to see a level of wellness in our system, whether we are in our fight-flight place or we're in a sort of rest and digest place. So getting to go into a situation where you're feeling a bit flighty and be held by sound and people that help bring you to a place where you feel more rest and digesty, which is a comfier place for your system. I also have been part of a choir where it was very intense, week-long rehearsing towards concerts, and quite huge pieces of choral work, really a lot of learning, but very intense, a lot of singing together. And there was a point near the end of the week where the conductor told us all to close our eyes. And there's a feeling when that happens that there is no way you're going to be able to sing this thing. Like, do I remember it? Am I going to be able to remember it without looking at the music? Are we going to be able to be in time without having a conductor to hold us all together? And it was a perfect example of showing how going through all of that together, the whole group was like 100 people, was very much breathing as one, singing. It was so powerful. And I would, if you'd asked me if that was possible to do that, I would have said no way. Logically, how could you possibly? 100 people are all going to have a different idea of tempo and this and that. Nope, it was so powerful. And this is a group of people who'd, as a whole group, had never sung together before that week as well. So there is something. There's a unity, but also allowing people to exist individually within that group experience.
And express themselves.
Yeah, I mean,
expression.
So many people will not know why they're singing a certain song. They may never choose a certain song to sing. They're only singing it because I chose it for them. And there is a gift to give people, to let people experience how they might say something that might be hard in another way, but they don't have to say it on their own. They get to do it with their pals, and for some people that's not why they'll be doing it. They just enjoy it. They love the sound. They love how it feels, and everyone's welcome to it in the way that it works for them.
There's also protest. I'm seeing a lot of protest groups. It's a very powerful way to express your discontent without being aggressive or any other thing, but expressing yourself is an important aspect of how we keep moving forward through this transition and period of change. And we can listen back to 50, 60 years ago, 30 years ago, when people were protesting and different things, and the sheer power can knock you off your socks. Knock you off your socks. Can
knock you out of your socks.
Can knock you.
Can knock you.
End of.
Well, actually, you showed me a video last night
I did.
of a protest song, and I was like, what a skill to say some of the most difficult things to say out loud without being silenced. Put it with a nice tune. And people will listen. They'll sing along. They might not even realise what they're singing along to, and then they're like, oh, I didn't think that. I didn't mean to say that. And that is the power of music. It's very exciting to me.
Yeah, it's a magical tool, isn't it? In so many different ways. We've just tipped the tip of the iceberg of touching on so many different aspects of choral, harmony, vocal singing. I mean, we're not in a choir, but the work we do together with DNA is very harmonious.
I am quite often a choir.
You are quite often a choir.
Denise gets to record her melody, and then I'm like, okay, I'll be 5 times as long as you.
Because I've got 5 points to make. I may have recorded the original, but then when it comes to the last recording, I'll let you do it. You're welcome. So your timing is sharp, your tuning is sharp. Well, I mean sharp as in on point as opposed to off key. So it's why would I not? Why would I not let you do that? And in that, though, that we harmonise all the time. It's a very beautiful and powerful way for us to communicate with each other and with the world, I think, for sure. I enjoy that. Yeah, I do. So why aren't you in a choir? Why are you not in singing for well-being in some shape or form is the question. Why aren't we in a choir? Well, we're doing home just now.
We've been busy.
We have been busy.
But who knows?
Who knows? Da,
coming?
da, 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 da. Who knows?
I feel sure you'll be the first to know. After me and Denise.
Indeed. Indeed. If you've ever been in a choir with us, I started when I was 7 in a choir. And we wouldn't leave when we were supposed to at the end of school, so we started an extra choir for another couple of years on top of that, so that we could transition out of being in that choir. But yeah, really important friends there, really important times, really important learning to use my voice in these periods of time, and structure, community, sort of being... consistent, not the word I'm looking for, connected and...
contained?
Yes. Help me. Continuing to show up. Making a commitment. I knew there was a C in there somewhere. Making a commitment to do something. And most people come out of the choirs that you do saying, I feel better. It's just like, well, we've explained some of why that is today, and also, for all these reasons, it can really make you feel better. So keep singing, people.
And let us know your stories if you've got some, because we love to hear it.
Absolutely. And take good care.
Check us out on noblehouse.scot. Yes. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel, Noble House Scot. You can find our other podcasts there. Follow, stream wherever you do these things, and hopefully we'll be seeing you again soon.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.